Macedonia Baptist, I thank you for forever being associated with the beginning of the healing process. You opened your doors, your hearts, your pews to people from all over this community, people from all religions and all colors, and you stood together and brought us the most beautiful music that I thought they came right from God in the heavens. I want to thank all of you for giving us a message that just touched my heart so deeply. You heard the song, "For every moment I give you praise." Even in a moment when we're witnessing the very worst of humanity. That was yesterday. Today, gathered here, we witness the very best of humanity. That is what's unfolding before our eyes, the very best of humanity. And yes, God is in our presence, and I know because Psalm 34 tells us that God is near the brokenhearted. And we are, if anything, brokenhearted right now. Our hearts are ripped in two in this city that I love and call my home. One part of our heart is grieving for the families who are still in disbelief that their 86-year-old grandma is not coming home, or the dad who was there just buying cupcakes for his son's birthday at the checkout counter is not coming home for that birthday party, and countless other lives that are taken from us so senselessly. That's the part of the heart that's broken and wounded for them. Then there's the other broken half of our hearts that is filling with anger. But God, let that anger not be a force of destruction and vengeance. Let that be a force of empowerment. When we say from this day forward, we say no more, because we heard the rabbi list all those cities that none of us ever want to be associated with because of violence, because we aren't a great community. We are a caring community. We are, as the pastor said, we are one Buffalo still, and that's not referring to sports teams. That's who we are. We are one Buffalo. But I also want to say, with respect to being listed with all those other cities, let our city, let Buffalo, New York, be the last city where acts of violence like this ever occur. We will be at the end of that list and not let that list continue ever again. Let it stop here in Buffalo, New York. And that is our call to action. And I'm calling out the social media platforms where this hate can be spewed and people are learning how to create guns and violence and weapons. And what this dissemination, this virus called white supremacy and nationalism, and this idea of replacement theory. Have you heard of this? Well, if you're watching Fox News, you're familiar with it because they talk about it all the time. And what that says is part of stirring up this anger in people and putting us against them is that the immigrants, the Jews, the blacks, are coming after us, the white people in this country, and they're trying to stir us all up. But I'm sorry, there's more of us than you. People who believe that God loves all of us. We are all children of God, and we have a right to live in security and safety. And my God, there are far too many guns on our streets. You can have that hatred and sit in your house and ferment and be an evil person. Okay, stay in your basement. But when you have access to a gun and we're able to go over to Pennsylvania and buy a magazine that has capacity to slaughter countless individuals, as happened here in my beloved hometown, then we have to do more as a nation to stop the spread of these weapons of mass destruction. Because that's what we have on our streets. We're not in a war abroad. This is not Afghanistan. This is not faraway countries. This is not Ukraine where they're defending their lives. This is the United States of America. We don't need those weapons in our streets and on our hands. So yes, Julian Cook, Reverend Julian Cook, you said this is a moment of call to action. Oh, I am fired up. You can tell. I am fired up. I'm going to mend our broken hearts this day forward. And we will go forth, and don't underestimate the people of Buffalo, because I talk about Buffalo all the time. They're tired of this everywhere else. But I say, you don't know us, because we are as tough as nails. And people have put us down our entire lives. They underestimate us. But we are strong. We are Buffalo strong, and we'll show the world how we take this moment of despair, and with the presence of God, we rise up. And we lead by our example going forth here today. So thank you, fellow Buffalonians, for inspiring me to march onward to ensure that it ends right here and now. Thank you very much.